Today we're highlighting a family-style community in Southwest Cape Coral. It's all the way on the west side, just off of Veterans Parkway. This place is called Sandoval. It's one of the premier places in Cape Coral to live in a community, a gated community-style living, a resort-style pool with a ton of amenities that you're going to want to hear all about. If you're looking for a community, again, Cape Coral doesn't have many of them, but this is one of the most sought after. There were numerous builders that built in here at one time. There's about 1,500 homes in here, and I'm going to show you one of my new listings in here. So if you're interested, I'm going to put the link down below so you can check it out. Okay guys, again, it's Craig Cunha, real estate agent here in Southwest Florida. If you're seeking representation for purchasing a home, I want you to remember, every time a buyer uses a real estate agent, it's free to them. So you can get my services and get my expertise and my help for free. So go ahead, call, text, or email, because I've got your back when moving to the Gulf Coast. Also, keep in mind, we have the mobile app, Our Next Florida Home, and if you'd like to schedule a Zoom call, we'll get that done too. All right, let's get after this thing now. Okay, so you've heard me talk about Sandoval and what it's all about. It's really about the amenities. If you look behind me, that's the pickleball and tennis courts, and we're currently at the back of the community, or in the center of the community. There's 3 entrances and exits to this place, one to the side, which you have to be a resident, one to the back, which you have to be a resident, and one to the front, which is where the Surfside Plaza is. So you also have shopping right outside this community. But this is the highlight of the community. This is a family-style community that has everything from first-time homeowners to retired folks that live in here. So it's a very, very diverse community, and it offers a ton of stuff. And I'll tell you what, if you're looking for a great place for a Halloween bash, there's no better in Cape Coral than right here in Sandoval. Sandoval has some amenities you're not going to find anywhere else, including a slide at the resort-style pool. Yes, I said slide. They have a slide here. The clubhouse is going to have a meeting room in there. They have their HOA meetings and things like that here. But what you're going to find right here is we have a volleyball court. I'm actually turning this right around. We've got a volleyball court here. We used to play up here all the time, pick up games. The basketball court has an all-weather surface now, so you can do that. There is a fitness center that's inside this building. I do not have access to this, so we'll see if we can get in there, but they also have bocce. There are leagues that they have running here. You can see there's basketballs sitting in these racks in case you forgot yours. So you can still come down here and play. They have a horseshoe set up right there. And obviously the tot lot. They also added this enclosure over top, or this tarp over top, so the little ones don't get burned up. And then it's surrounded by another pond. But this is your outdoor living space. So if you just want to hang out here and not actually use the pool, you can do that. But this is the pool section. You can see the slide right over on the other side there. That's the slide. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? But this whole area, there's a person out here that takes care of it, and you can rent these tikis if you have a birthday party or anything like that. Lots of space here. There's a lap section in here, as well as just a kiddie section that's only, what, shin deep, maybe to your knees. So this is what the centerpiece of Sandoval is. It's all of this. Also, you heard me mention the dog parks. There's 2 of them, one to the front, one to the back. And there's electronic gates to the front. You put your ID in. If you're a resident here, you will have a pass that you're given, as well as a little bar code that goes in your car to make it easier to access things. But all of this stuff is included with your purchase of a home here in Sandoval. This is what your fees are paying for, and this is where you're going to spend a great deal of your time, because there's no reason not to, right? A fantastic pool section. You can bring adult beverages here too. You just can't bring glass. So make sure they're in cans or some kind of cup. But This is where people spend their weekends, especially in the summertime. Like right now, it's really hot. We're probably in the mid 90s again. Heat index is in the triple digits. But I'll throw some pictures in here of what the fitness center and things look like. But this is a little bit more about what life in Sandoval is going to offer you. Okay, we are in the villa section, or one of the villa sections. There's a couple different styles here, but for the purpose of being able to get in these units and not bother people, this is the single family home style of villa. There's another one that's attached like a duplex. We don't have any of those on the agenda as there was only one even available in this community. There's 35 listings in here, and this is my newest. So I wanted to show you what it looked like to, number one, live on a, well, they call them lakes here, but that's a pond. But this is one of the detached villas, so you're not sharing walls. You have very adequate space, really nice view out the back. As you can see, lots of lighting throughout the property during the daylight hours. Neighbors are far enough away where it's not terrible. We are still kind of close together though. But this is the kind of space you can expect in one of these detached villas. This one happens to be a 2-bedroom and a den. There are some 3-bedroom, 2 baths also. So here's the den space. The window's high so you don't get bothered. This particular bedroom is a Jack and Jill style. So yes, you can access the bathroom through there. And you're probably gonna want to, you saw the walk in here. There's the laundry, nice big laundry space. But you're gonna want to use the garage, especially if it's a rainy day, so you don't have to take that long walk up the side of the house to get in here. But adequate spacing. Once again, 2 in a den. It's not too much to take care of. It's 1691 square feet. Currently on the market for $425. The villas in this community are going to be in the 400s. This is one of the lowest ones on the market price-wise. Once again, lots of light. This is the master quarters. So there you go, dual vanities. It's shower only, which tends to be the case with the villas and the condos, and then a nice walk-in closet. In this particular case, the fees in here run $346 a month. All the fees are paid quarterly, by the way, but I break it down to the month because that's what most people want to hear is the monthly. So with these properties in here, again, it's a separate neighborhood from the others, and the condos and the villas tend to have the landscaping done. That's why the rates are a little bit higher, the fees are a little bit higher, because they are taking that into consideration. You also get the water and sewer, so that's something single family homes don't get either. Everybody has the same access to those amenities. So we're going to continue our tour and get on to the next property. This is the section of condos, and you'll see we're gonna be looking at an upstairs unit today. So let's get started looking here, give you an idea of what it looks like going in. These units, they range between 1,400 and just about 1,800 square feet. This particular one happens to be the big one. Nice sized kitchen, the main living area. This particular setup looks at the biggest lake in Sandoval. So you have a nice big lanai space. So when the cooler months come, look at that view. Right across the way is Calypso Park. The other thing you're gonna notice they have frisbee golf. If you're familiar with it, that's what those little metal cages are over there. So, if you've never played the frisbee golf, it's actually kind of fun. Anyway, one thing to point out, accordion shutters. So if you have a storm, makes it nice and easy to close everything up so you're protected. These do also have the high ceilings, cathedral ceilings. So very tall within the condos, the upstairs condos. Downstairs, not so much. This big master. And the master has that same view of the lake. Wake up to this every morning. And these condos right now, see there's just a shower, walk-in closet, pretty decent sized, and little vanities. Anyway, these condos are right now in the 300s, and the fees in here are approximately $541 per month. But with the condos, one of the nice things is everything's included, including the exterior insurance. You just have to get the interior insurance to protect the inside. Anything within the walls is up to you, it's on you. So that means electrical, plumbing, any of that kind of stuff. That is up to you to be protected on that. But this is an example of what kind of space you get in these upstairs units on the bigger square footages. Again, these are probably headed toward the upper threes for the bigger units. You can get in the mid or lower threes for the downstairs units. But this is what you get for a condo in the 300s, adequate spacing, and it's in its own separate section of the community up to the front of the community, and it has its own pool. So the resort style pool we're gonna look at later, that's not for these folks. They can use that, and they can still reserve the space down there for parties under the tikis, but they have their own pool here that can only be accessed by the people that live in the condos. These are also rentable, and the rents in here, you're gonna be over the $2,000, probably $2,500 a month to rent one of these units. Okay, so when I mentioned the fees in this section for that $541, that literally includes everything except electricity. So you've got the water, the sewer, the internet access, the cable, all that stuff is there. Exterior insurance, exterior maintenance, all the lawn maintenance, pest control, all that stuff is included. I have to show you one of the other really cool things you get, because with condos in our area, it's very difficult to get this. Yes, a garage. Albeit it's a one-car garage, so it's not huge, but it definitely takes care of storing your vehicle or any of your junk instead of having to get a storage unit. Okay guys, now we're in the single family home area. As you can see, bigger homes, a little bit more space between the units, and in this particular case, we've got a 3-car garage house that we're gonna go check out. So let's go take a look. Single family homes in this particular community are separated again by their own neighborhoods, and sometimes you're gonna get 2,000 square feet. You can get as, even over 3,000 square feet in some instances. Of course, you can make everything custom the way you want it in your property. These prices are going to be in the 500s to 800s currently. Some of the bigger ones over 3,000 square feet have topped $1 million at one time. But this is an idea of what kind of space you're going to get with the single family homes. You will be responsible for your own lawn in these cases. You do not get things like the condos with the water and sewer included. You do still get the cable and the internet. That's part of the master association. But the big thing is space. And you have the luxury of getting yourself a pool if you choose to. This one, they have a little outdoor bar area. You can seclude your space if you'd like to. But you can see, there's your neighbor right across the fence over there. Things are a little tighter, but the is what you can expect for a single family home. Fees in this particular section, you're only in the 200s because you're just getting the master association and amenities that we're going to see in a few minutes. But the big thing is just having your own individual space that you can modify. You will have a yard, somewhat of a yard, and you can have things like a pool. Alright guys, so that's a little bit more about what it would be like to live in this wonderful gated community of Sandoval on the west side of Cape Coral. And if you have any questions, want to see more information about living in the area, check out one of these other videos. But if you need your questions answered and you haven't heard them on these videos, you've got to do what everyone's doing. Call, text, or email, because I've got your back when moving to the Gulf Coast.